Come on into the room. I am the H-Town Vet. Come on into the room. We have an interesting topic to talk about tonight. This is not one of our scheduled live streams. Let us know you're here. We're giving a few moments for people to come into the room. Let us know that you are here. I am the H-Town Vet, and we'd like to welcome you to this live stream. Come on into the room. I know this is Labor Day weekend, but we got some interesting information to put out. Hopefully you can stay for a while. We'd appreciate it. Come on into the room. Let's give it a few moments so we can reach critical mass. Let's see a few more people come into the room. We're glad that you joined us. Let us know who you are. All right, let us know who you are, that you're in the room. If you don't want to, that's okay too, because we're about to put out this powerful information. Something that's very important for you to know. If you have VA compensation or working on getting your VA benefits in the form of compensation, this would be a very good, great topic to cover. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if the music's too loud. We're just going to give it a few more moments for people to get in there. This is an unscheduled live stream. I'm the H-Town Vet, and I was in the U.S. Army, Texas. Come on into the room. So we're going to get ready to get started here in a few. Trying to get this. All right. Since we're here, we're going to get started, family. So let me pull up the full screen. Tonight, we're going to be talking about interesting topics. The levels of protection when it comes to VA disability compensation. All right? That's what our subject for tonight is. And this is a live stream. We're also going to have a YouTube video that's smart, that's shorter, in a shorter format, that we're going to cover the same topic. Now, let me turn this radio down a little bit because it bugs me. Now, so there are certain levels of protection when it comes to VA disability compensation. All right. First, there's no protection when you're dealing with a temporary rating. Then there's the 5-year rule that gives you a certain amount of protection once you've had the disability rating for 5 years. Then there's the 10-year rule that protects you when you it doesn't stop you from being reduced. However, it does protect you as far as your service-connected disability. You can't lose it. Then there's permanent total ratings, and there is the 20-year rule. which is the highest protection. So come on into the room and we're going to go over this. I don't know what's going on with the email. All right, so let's continue. Do you feel like you're always trying to protect and watch, see what's coming around? You think they're out to get you? That's what we're talking about, because we hear a lot of veterans thinking that the VA is watching them, other people are watching them. And for our brother Dogface Soldier, when he goes to the mailbox, is it safe to do so? Where are you at, Dogface Soldier? Are you sitting there hiding in the house? So we're talking about it tonight. Now today, Sunday, we did yesterday, we did a live stream dealing with VA claims updates. Please go back and watch. Not only did we do a live stream, but earlier, before that, we released a YouTube video on the same subject, because some veterans and dependents are not able to watch the whole format or all of the live stream, so we covered that. Today, we're doing a live stream on the protected levels of protection when it comes to your VA disability compensation. Let me pull myself off the screen. Now, this is important. We introduced it the last live stream that we had, but we're going to go into more detail today. So this is what we're covering today, Monday on Labor Day. On Tuesday, it's my plan, if I'm not able to do it by Tuesday, hopefully I will, we're going to release the YouTube video dealing with the levels of protection also. So that way it will be covered, those people that can watch the live stream that love to interact more. But I've had several people saying, hey, H-Town, can you timestamp it, the video? A lot of people are watching the live streams, I must say that, but I want to make it easier for people that are not able to watch or need the information in a condensed fashion. Then on Thursday, I don't know, I keep saying Friday, we're going to cover the VA medical evaluation step by step, the whole process. We're going to try to cover as much detailed information as possible. Now let us continue. Let us know if you want our regulars, let us know you're in the chat. If you need to contact us or you would like to donate, here's our information. Our handle is H-Town Vet Northside. It's pretty straightforward and simple. And our email address is htownvetnorthside@gmail.com. And our Cash App, the only thing that we have set up right now, we're working on other things, is H-Town Vet Northside. And we thank you for those who have been donating and been very generous. Bernie, our brother International, Mr. International, and our sister, I can't say her first name right now, Sherry McCoy. We thank y'all. Now let us continue. Here, this is much different. I can come back on the screen now for a minute. Your opinion matters. Here at the H-Town Vet, we want your input. That's no problem. We want to know, this is how we learn what we need to do for future videos, because we want to know what you want to cover, the things that you are interested in. Okay? Hey, y'all see back there? My daughter bought me a bear. I'm going to poke the bear. Y'all want me to poke the bear? Y'all want me to poke the bear? I don't know if I would poke, you might come off that fireplace mantle. You think I should poke the bear tonight? I'm just asking, family, let me know. I'm glad that y'all in here, and I appreciate it, because I know you spending time with your family, but I want to go over this information tonight. Your opinion matters. We don't play gotcha here, okay? No gotcha. We do not play gotcha. Oh, look, you said this, you said that. Well, we here like a think tank to hone our skills and get our experiences together, because different Different veterans have different experience, different knowledges, different disabilities, and we're able to help each other so we can come as a collective. You understand? This is what we're here for. Now let's continue. Now we're already getting started. So the first thing that we're going to cover is the temporary ratings. Okay. So this video is going to break everything down. This video will give you a comprehensive understanding of not just the disability ratings. Look, we got our brother in here. Hold on. Who is this here in the house? Who is this? Hold on. Who said, Harold, Singleton, that you can come here and crash this live stream? You just show up. You know, I had to stop and recognize you, brother. I'm going to poke the bear, man. I've been wanting to poke the bear. Do you want me to poke it or let him make it? We're going to talk about that tonight. You understand? Brother, so we got our brother Harold, USMC, North Carolina. I never lived in North Carolina. I lived in Virginia for 6 years while I went to college. And I want to live in North Carolina because it was much, how can we say, less expensive to live. Look, Harold told me don't poke the bear, but you know I've always been a troublemaker. When they told me not to touch the hot fire, you know what I did? Say what? Okay. Why they told me not to touch this? Ow. You say don't, look what our brother say. No, don't poke it. Stay in the safety zone. Well, we're going to see tonight. We want your opinion, Brother Harold. Is it worth poking that bear? Some of y'all give me an opinion. Who in there? Put a Y in the chat if you think we should poke the bear. Put an N in the chat. You think we should leave that bear alone once we get that 100% permanent total rating? Is it worth poking the bear anymore? Let's talk about it. Now let us continue. And this is for those that are able to watch this live or record it. We're going to get this done tonight. You understand? So the first thing that we're going to cover, first level when it deals with protection, is a temporary rating where there's no protection, okay? Because it's temporary. Let's talk about it. Now, when you're dealing with temporary ratings, there's no security, okay? There are certain time frames that you're usually going to have your benefits. That's the only thing that's protecting you are these time frames. You know what's going on, but there's no other protections, all right? Let us continue. It's like, you remember back in the day, I don't know about y'all, which one of y'all had those cars or those vehicles you couldn't afford to get it fixed, but you had to what? Put a temporary fix on that thing. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Them zip ties, that duct tape. Huh? Put some of those plastic bags in the window because you needed a temporary fix. You couldn't afford to get the glass fixed. Am I the only one that's ever been there? Come on, talk to me now. Huh? You went to pick your little lady friend up, but you had a hole in the bottom of your car, so you put a big old piece of wood up on it, huh? And then put one of the mat over top of his, hope she don't notice. She's talking about, what's all that noise? Oh, don't worry about that. I'm about to take you somewhere nice, baby. Don't worry about that. Huh? Was I the only one? Talk to me. All right, as you come into the room, let us know that you're here. I know this is Labor Day. You should be relaxing with your family. But if you're able to steal away a few minutes, we want to talk about this issue. You understand? The protections, okay? Let's talk about it. Now, remember, a temporary rating is a temporary fix, meaning your condition right now needs some help, some compensation from the VA. All right, you right now you're at a point where you can't do anything. You may not be employable. You not be able to. At this point, you're not employable, or you're not able to. Look who's in the house. Hold on, is this my sister Sherry? Good evening, Sister Sherry. Good evening. She said, "Good evening, veteran family." Now look at this here. We do apologize for coming tonight. But Sherry, I was feeling a little rambunctious tonight. I felt like poking the bear up here. My daughter always had this bear up here. I always want to poke the bear to see, can I get some more benefits? So now we're talking about temporary ratings right now. All right. But thank you. She said, good evening, veteran family. Good evening. Y'all let Sherry know we got love for her. Now, here we go. Remember, temporary ratings are temporary fixes. It's not meant to be a permanent thing. All right? It's only for, we'll talk about that. I almost gave up too much. It's only for a limited time. Okay? It's only for a limited time. Whenever you have a temporary rating, there are time limits. Now, there are different factors that affect the time limit, but there are time limits, okay? Now, let us continue. I'm glad y'all in here tonight. Now, there are different time limits because certain disabilities tend to fluctuate, meaning they end up going up and down. They fluctuate, such as your depression. Sometimes you may be sad, you might feel a little better, and as it gets better, that's when it becomes an issue. Where the VA say, you know what? Yeah, we're going to give them a temporary 100%. However, and that's when we talk about temporary ratings, we're talking about temporary 100%. However, we have a feeling that it might get better in the future. So we're going to make it temporary, and we're going to come back and check this condition out to see have it gotten better or worse. But our prognosis, you heard me say the word? Our prognosis is most likely this condition will get better. Remember that word, prognosis. Diagnosis was when you get diagnosed with an illness. Prognosis is the future, how that condition acts in the future, how it affects you in the future. Let's continue. Now, remember, what are they thinking about fluctuating? Your severity level. All right? You can have a low severity level, medium severity level, or high severity level. If you're at a low severity level, most likely that's between 0 and maybe 20%. Medium, about 30 to about 60%. And when you get to 70 to 100, that's when in my opinion, you have a high severity level. All right, let's talk about it. Now, so when we say temporary ratings, there are two types that we're going to talk about. Now, there are others that are, but this is the specifically two, because this is when they want to call you in for reevaluations. Temporary ratings is a temporary 100%, or IU, which is individual unemployability. We're going to break them down clearly so you'll know the difference. Now, when you deal with a temporary rating, the condition likely to improve after corrective surgery or rehab period. Okay? Remember, let me read that again. So this here, the time limit is really a progression of stages. This is more of a stage thing. Condition likely to improve after corrective surgery or rehab period. So this is a progression of stages, less than just a straight amount of time, okay? So we're going to talk about what that is in a second, but let's continue. Now, when it comes to, let's say you do get reduced from a temporary rating, all is not lost because you might be reduced, but you'll be paid for the side effects of the condition and the residuals. What do we mean? So if there's any side effects from having prostate cancer, if there are any residual left over, like incontinence or anything like that, that usually happen when people have side effects, they usually have to wear diapers or something of that effect. So they pay you for that. You can get up to 80, 90% for that. Then you can still file for unemployability. So let's continue. I'm glad y'all coming into the room. Now, let's say you go into the VA hospital one day. All right, let me come up on the screen. We want to say, I am the H-Town vet, and we would like to welcome you to this live stream. Okay? I am the H-Town vet. You understand? Look what our brother said. Yeah. You calling down there from Beaumont area, huh? We got Sherry calling in from up there, what they call it, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm going through the big D, but I don't mean Dallas. Huh? I love Oak Cliff. When I was in Oak Cliff, I felt like I was back home. Let me tell you something about Oak Cliff. He say Port Arthur. Okay, not Beaumont, Port Arthur. Y'all know from Port Arthur. What's that famous singer, my brother, from the 60s? She's a white woman, but she sung with soul. What was her name? See if you remember. She from your hometown. Huh? Around the time of Jimi Hendrix. I wasn't really, I was a little baby back then, you know. You remember? See if you remember. I'm going to give you a chance to see if you remember her. From Port Arthur, Texas. Didn't he say it? Look what he said. One of the greatest singers of all time, Janis Joplin. She could sing. Huh? She was singing our music. But she could sing. Port Arthur, Texas. When you going down there, when I'm driving down there where they got a sign, Port Arthur, Texas, the home of Janis Joplin. Huh? Now let us continue. You sure right about that. Now, let's say you going into that hospital. You're just going there because you're getting a check-in, right? For everybody that's joining the live stream, we want to thank you because I am the H-Town vet, and I'd like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans and their dependents. So if you're a dependent, you're important too. If you're a family member of a veteran, you're important. If your great-granddaddy served, you're important. If you just want to support us as veterans, you're a part of this too. You understand? This is a support group we got here. Now let us continue. So you stroll on that hospital thinking you ain't gonna be that long, right? Let's talk about it. You up that VA hospital, they end up keeping you there a month, right? Well, what happens is if you're hospitalized for 21 days or more in a VA hospital, right? You automatically put into 100% rate. All right. And this little more, I'm talking about physical illness. We're going to talk about the mental health part in a second. I don't know if y'all know that. Who didn't know that? Let us know in the chat. Who didn't know if you're hospitalized in the VA for 21 days or more, you automatically go to 100%. Now, this is a temporary 100%, right? Who didn't know that? You get a temporary 100%. If you didn't know that in the chat, let us know. If you did know, put a Y. Put an N if you don't know. So if you're in a VA hospital for 21 days or more, for whatever, for physical reasons, that's why we're here. She say, I didn't know that. No, at one time I didn't know it, Chair. She didn't know it. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's continue. Now, what other type of temporary ratings? Now, realize that so once you get out the hospital, you go back down to whatever your percentage was. If you weren't rated at all as a veteran, it goes back to that. Now, I knew for mental health. Now, mental health is a little different, and we're going to talk about it. This is more dealing with surgeries. This is more dealing with other physical ailments. But we're going to talk. But we're glad to have you here, D-Law. And everybody give congratulations to our brother D-Law. He got that 80% rating. Congratulate him for that 80% rating. And brother, let us know. Are you planning on going up for that increase? Let us know anything that we here as the veteran family can do to help. Let us know. And you know how to contact me personally if you need me then. We here, brother. Because this is my purpose in life. Helping my veteran family. You understand? Now, so once you get out the hospital, you get it goes back down. You only get it while you're hospitalized, and but I think the month you get out, that's it. Now, another temporary rating, other than being in the hospital for 21 days and getting a temporary 100%, if you have prostate cancer, especially if you are like a Vietnam veteran, that's automatically 100%, depending on what conditions are related to your service. Okay. Now, I filed. Let's see. Oh, hold on. First, it did. I'm sorry, Sherry. It jumped down to him. I'm sorry. Super congratulations to D-Law. Huh? He said, thanks, Sharon. Oh, we happy for you for real here. I filed for TDIU 2 years ago. The case is at the BVA. Now, with the BVA, I forget, you can't, the fact that you got an 80% rating, I don't know if that affects it now, or I forget at the board, can you submit new information? And now, let's talk about this prostate cancer. Usually this is with Vietnam veterans or certain veterans, but let's talk about it. Prostate cancer. Let's say you qualify because and it's just it's presumptive. If you were in Vietnam and you have prostate cancer, you would on the ground or in that water closest to the like if you're in the Navy and you're in the water close to the shores of Vietnam, prostate cancer is given as far as a temporary 100%. And temporary, it's a schedule of 100%. All right. Yes, he can. I'm TDIU at 80%. Now, did you hear what she just said? Hold on. I'm coming up on the screen. I ain't trying to take your shines just to share, but you hear our sister telling you. See, this is the whole purpose of us being here because we have different experiences. Now, could he do it? Yeah, he can do it. Yes, he can. I am TDIU at 80%. And guess what? That means she's 100% permanent total. And we're going to talk about the permanent ratings in a moment. Now, let us continue. All right? Let's get back to this. Thank you, Cher, for the encouraging words for our brother. And it encourages me. Now, once you have the prostate cancer, the surgery for prostate cancer, well, things kind of change. Once your prostate is removed, okay, once your prostate is removed, your percentage is going to be lowered, and they're going to pay you for the residuals. They will back pay him for the date of the filing of the TDIU. See, this is what we need to know. Sister Sherry is so amazing. D-Law, I hope you're still here, brother. Do you see this knowledge that she's dropping? I didn't know that. And I'm honest to say that I didn't know. Wow. So how long ago did you file for the TDIU? So he said, yep, I filed for TDIU because I was 70% loss of sleep. Let me ask you, how long ago was that? And find out what your effective date is for your award effective date for your 80%. Find out. Not a clock. When it comes to permanent ratings, the clock is starting all over again. Now you're 80%. Now whenever you got your 70%, that's when the 20-year clock for that started. It stays in effect because you didn't get lowered. Now you're at 80%. Now there's another clock for 20 years, the 20-year rule starting for that one, huh? So 2 years ago, did you hear that, Sharon? He's talking about 2 years ago. They're going to have to pay you a little change, their partner. Now, they're only going to pay you the difference between the 70 and the 100%, okay? But that's a significant amount. So your back pay is only going to be the difference between what they pay at 70 to the 100% rate, all right? And they're going to calculate in the cost of living increases for each year. So that's what takes them a little time to get the money right. But we're praying for you and we believe in you, brother. Now, let us continue about these temporary ratings. And we talked about with your prostate being removed. Now, so once that prostate removed, they lower you, but they will pay you for the residuals as we spoke. Okay. Now, say, are you over 55 years old? I think he's a younger man. I think he's in his 40s. Talking about you. Now, I'm about to turn 56. So tell them about that 55-year rule, the 55-year rule. Now, let's see what our brother Bernie say. H-Town, my cuz, is TDIU. He was catching hell in Sacramento, trying to make ends meet. Hold on, let me come up on the screen for our brother Bernie. Now, I'm listening. He was able to get on a city program to help with food and bills. But yet y'all catching hell down there in California, but they about to give illegals, they get them they can drive cars without driver's license. They can they giving them about to give them some money for to buy houses, what, 150,000 or so? Now see, you say the 55-year rule applies. Yes. I'll be 55. Oh, the third of on January the 3rd. Oh, bruh, you falling in there. We're gonna talk about that. I keep having my chart up. Man, I'm enjoying y'all. I learn something every time I deal with y'all. Why y'all always be no, hold on. Why y'all always know stuff? I know something. I'm like my little cousin used to say, I know something too. Am I getting a little jealous with the family? Huh? Y'all dropping the knowledge. Now let's continue. Now, there's another temporary, there are several, I think there are more temporary ratings than anything, any other temporary rating. It is the most different type. So when people tell you there are more than 4 type of 100%, no, there's not. They're usually just breaking off the temporary ratings, but they all fall under one umbrella. Another type of 100% temporary rating is for knee replacement surgery and rehab. So surgery and rehab 100% for at least a year after the surgery. Okay. Now let's see what they say here. Share say, when you turn 55, remember, when you get your TDIU rating, you are protected from reduction. And you know, I used to think it wasn't the case, but Sherry is so right. And I'm gonna tell you why Sherry is right. When the Office of Attorney General did the study, they very seldom called in people that were over 55 for reevaluations. So she's right. Say, Sherry, that's perfect timing. You understand? See, look, all things that happen to us ain't good, but it can work for our good. You know, that's what my pastor used to tell me. Now, let us continue. Oh, we're here to encourage each other, and we're going to keep this moving. And we thank you. Remember, if you get a knee replacement, you need to let the VA, if you get a knee replacement and that's service connected in some type of way, you need to let the VA know, VA regional office know, so you can get that temporary 100%. And what you do, you be fighting for the full 100% while you on that temporary rating, getting your evidence together, huh? Now, let's see what our brother Bernie's saying here. Let me see what my brother Bernie's saying. Now, VA just gave me a free iPad for my online appointments. They were out of iPhones, so I couldn't get one. Man, where you at? Were they giving away free iPhones, man? Man, free iPhones? The VA doing it like that now? I hear you, man. I hear you. That's good. I'm glad the iPad is just as good because that's a nice device. I paid a little change for mine. Great information. Thank you, brother Bernie. Now let's get, y'all kind of touched on it a little earlier about D Law was talking about mental health disorders. How does that work? If you stay in the hospital for a certain amount of time, that is true, but it's different from when you're getting surgery or in there for other physical ailments. Mental health is it's different. The time limit. Okay, he said, I have a free iPad too, D Law say. I don't use it. How long? Y'all better help us to how to get these free iPads. Huh? Now let's talk about temporary 100% ratings dealing with mental health disorders. All right, let's talk about it. Now, the first one, be surprised, is why you're in the military. If you're still in the military and you're suffering from mental health disorders, the VA can help you. How do we get a free iPad? Let us know in the chat. Sister Sherry's asking that too. Now, that's why she's sharing information and y'all sharing information. And I'm listening, I'm ear hustling. You understand? I want to know. So if you're in the military, how do temporary ratings apply? You're about to see. Now, let's say you go to an evaluation while you're in service and they find out that you suffer from depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety disorder, sleep disorder, or something of that effect. You say, Sherry, with your primary care doctor at the VA. Okay, thanks for letting us all know. It's for Sherry, but I've been ear hustling. So they were letting us know, for those that just come in the room, about getting iPads through the VA for free. And they were giving iPhones. Hold on. This is Kevin Johnson. How you roll up in here, partner? Where you been? Missed you, brother. Much love for our Navy brother, Kevin Johnson. Peace, brother. Huh? She said, okay, thanks, D-Law. All right. Yes. Okay. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you here. Y'all coming on in here. And we appreciate that y'all showed up during this time. Okay. Yes. Ask your primary care doctor if you want to get an iPad or iPhone. And what do you have to tell them? Do you have to tell them you need it for a certain reason? What do you tell them why you get an iPad? Do you need it for a certain reason to communicate with them, or what? Let them know that you don't have one. What you got to say? Share the family, D-Law and Bernie. Let us know. Now, so if you're in the military and you develop mental disorders while you're in the military, it's different if you're already a veteran. So let's talk about when you're in the military and you suffer from mental disorders. Now, this is another type of temporary 100%. They call pre-stabilized ratings. You go before a military board. Now, you're going to get this. They're going to have a VA representative there, and make sure if you go before a military board, you make sure you contact the VA in your area. All right. And you request them to be there, have an agent to support you. Now, they're telling us more about these iPads. Okay. Now, they told me I need one. I didn't ask for it. Okay. Some people get the iPhone and iPad, not even asking for it. Now, let us continue. Now, for those of you don't like the broke up nature of the way we're doing this video, don't worry. We're just communicating here. We're not just going to be reading over information. So once we're going to also release a YouTube video with the same information. But we do this because we like to interact with each other. Now, hear what D-Law was talking about. If you're a veteran and if you're kept in a VA hospital, if you're hospitalized for 6 months or more for mental health, you get 100%. I believe it's for about a year. All right. But you have to be hospitalized inpatient at the VA hospital for 6 months. And I believe it has to be the VA hospital. All right. So those are the temporary ratings. Now we're going to talk about individual unemployability, which we went into a lot of detail about. That's a temporary rating also. All right. That's IU. Y'all like how I did that sign right there? Now, the reason you receive a temporary, so let's say you have a rating between 60 and 90%. And just like Brother D-Law has, where he's 80%, he can apply for individual unemployability, which is a temporary rating, but he was smart enough to say, I ain't say nobody's not smart, but he had enough knowledge to know to apply for TDIU, which is a permanent one. But if they were to give him, let's say he applied for TDIU, but they only give him IU, that's okay. Take any kind of 100% they give you, because you can always file for an increased rating. Now, the reason they would give you IU, individual unemployability, or the temporary rating, temporary 100%, is because they believe it's likely for your condition to improve in the future. All right. Now let us continue. Remember, temporary IU condition may improve, so there'll be an evaluation within 3 to 5 years. Why is that 5-year mark? Because they know if it goes over a full 5 years, that they have to cover you under the 5-year rule, huh? And they have to give you more than one exam. Talk to me now. That's let me stop there. Rating, but at their they may lower your rating, they may increase your rating, or it might stay the same. All right. Now remember, with a temporary 100% and IU, individual unemployability, no protection from reduction. Okay? Remember that. Now let's see what D-Law say. The 70% for PTSD got me SSDI, okay, along with depression, anxiety, and mixed mood disorder. Okay, so what he's saying, you can also apply for Social Security, and I think that would be a wise thing. Who in here believes that once you get a rating with the VA and you're not working anymore, you should go and apply for your Social Security under Social Security disability if you don't meet the age requirement? Let us know. Now let us continue. Now we're dealing with, we already went over the temporary ratings, the two temporary ratings being a temporary 100% and IU, individual unemployability. Those don't have protections, but now we're going to go into the protected ratings. First, we had to deal with the zero protection. If you see the little security scale at the bottom, you had no protection, no security under temporary ratings. All right, whether it be individual employability or temporary 100%. Now we're going to talk about the 5-year rule, and we're going to break it down in a little different way. So we're going through this chart, levels of protection. Let's do it. The 5-year rule. You need to understand how these rules, now what I'm doing, I'm tying the information that I'm giving y'all, I'm tying it into larger concepts, okay? This is the reason why you keep seeing them and why I break them down. First, 5-year rule. VA will not schedule periodic examinations for service-connected disabilities if the condition has remained stable, meaning when they use stable, no improvement, that's my words, for 5 years or more. That's the actual law in the bottom. Now let's see what our sister Sherry said. Yes, you can apply for SSI even before you get your VA claim filed. Yes, that's true. See what our sister said. You can get both SSI and VA compensation. Now, sister, tell me if it's true. You get both of them with no offset, right? Let me come up on the screen so y'all can see me. So if you get Social Security disability and you get VA compensation, there's no offset. You can get the full amount of both of them. Am I correct? Let us know, my sister. And let us know. Oh, Sister Sherry, I appreciate you. I love when women lie to me. Now, I know you're telling me the truth. I'm just messing with you. Thank you so much. Because, see, I had anxiety because I haven't received it yet. I was going to wait until I turned 62 to get it. Say, yes, sir, that is correct. Okay. Thank you so much. Now, let's get back to it. If you want to find the rule, the reason I go over these things, I have to have the laws because it's always somebody trying to tell me, nuh-uh, that ain't true. No, you don't know what you're talking about. So you find the 5-year rule under 38 CFR 3.327 reexaminations. All right. Now let's talk about it. With the 5-year rule, you need to know something else too. Now I want y'all to pay close attention to this. Now, within that 5 years, if they do call you in, all right, they can't just call you in for after 5 years of you having a rating for a disability. Now, let's see what our sisters say here first. File for Social Security disability. Okay, that's the best one to file. I think I'm doing, but they was giving me a little hassle about that. So I might do that, but they were saying, because I was a teacher, I didn't have to work out, but the form said I did. And back then they had Bender and Bender down here, and they were a whole bunch of jokes. I had somebody else helping me though. Now listen, thank you for telling me that, sister. Now remember, under the 5-year rule, the improvement has to be substantial. It has to be major. The improvement has to be major. So you went from being totally depressed to being a wallflower. You're just the most excited, happy person in the room. That's a major change in your condition. You went from not being able to walk in a wheelchair to be able to turn cartwheels during the Olympics or something, huh? That's a substantial improvement. So if it's not substantial, it can't just be a little improvement. They say, oh, no, after 5 years, it has to be substantial. Now, you can do it online. Your military times counts. Get extra credit from being in the military. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look it up, sister. Yes, if you know the website, give it to us. I don't mind you putting that on here. If you know the website for Social Security, let us know. I'm learning while I'm here, huh? So remember, substantial improvement. Now let us continue. And it can't just be substantial, meaning you just got good for a little while. You might have went back bad again. It has to be continuous improvement over time where it just keeps getting better and better. All right. Now let us continue. And we're going to have to do a live stream. And when you have the 5-year rule, they can't just use one exam to reduce you. They have to, if you get an unfavorable exam the first time, then you got to get 2 unfavorable exams. They have to send you to 2 exams. If the first one is favorable, then it stops there. There's no reason to send you to another. I didn't know about those extra credits for the Sister Sherry. I didn't know about the extra credits. Thank you for letting us know that. That's why we need y'all here, okay? Now let us continue. Now look, we moving right along, right? We went over temporary ratings. We went over the 5-year rule where we found out that they can't take your rating from you, your VA disability rating when it comes to the 5-year rule. That's the first level of protection, right? They can't take it from you if it's been in effect for 5 years, if there's not substantial improvement, if there's not continuous improvement, huh? And if they do try to reduce you, they have to send you to at least 2 exams. How about that? Hey, you say, I turned from a wallflower to wallpaper. Oh, this man out of control. I had to say that. I had to laugh on that one, man. You a mess. Y'all really, I appreciate y'all. I don't get to laugh much, so thank you. Now, here we go. Let us continue. Now we at the 10-year rule, all right? Let's talk about it, 10-year rule. Now with the 10-year rule, the VA cannot terminate service connection for a disability that has been in place for at least 10 years unless there's evidence of fraud. All right. However, the rating percentage can be reduced to 0%. All right. It's under the same code, 38 CFR 3.327, reexaminations. So you can find both the 5-year rule and the 10-year rule. All right. So with the 10-year rule, the way it works, you can never lose your service connection, meaning your nexus will always be in place. Okay, let me put this up here. What he said, turn from a wildflower to wallpaper, and I laughed at it. Yeah, I definitely did. You something else, man. Okay, now, wallpaper. So like the hypothetical Mr. John Brown was in tanks during Desert Storm. It's connected to his PTSD. Now he can never lose that once he had it for 10 years. But they can take him down to what? They can't lose certain connection, but they can take him down to 0. So the 5-year rule is still in effect. They would have to do at least 2 exams, of course. You need to make sure you fight for this, but they can take you down to 0%. So the 5 and the 10-year rule are in place under this. I think. Yeah, that's what I believe. Now, here we go. Now we're on the permanent total rating. See, we're almost done, y'all. Well, it's going to be a lot of information. We halfway done. Now let's talk about it. Now permanent total. So we went from temporary ratings with no protections, went to the 5-year rule when we get protection after 5 years. We went to 10-year rule where we get protections after 10 years. That's dealing with what? You can lose your rating, but you can't, your rating percentage, but you can't lose service connection. Now we're dealing with one of the highest forms of protection is 100% permanent total rate, 100% permanent total. That's what total means, paid at the 100% rate. Permanent means not likely to improve. Now let us continue. Now, dealing with this, you're 100% permanent total. All right. This is what all of us seek to be. Now, we've been talking about here, you could have, there's two types of 100% permanent total. There's two types of permanent total ratings. There's TDIU, which our sister Sherry says she has, and we're trying to make sure our brother D-Law get, and several of you of here probably have a TDIU rating, I've heard. And there's 100% permanent total. That's my rating. Both of them are equal. You get the same benefits for both. It's just the employment part of it is different. Under TDIU, you can't work unless it's a sheltered environment. And if you do work, you can only make under the poverty level about $16,000. But most people with a total rating are not working anyway. Now, here we go. The first type that we talk about is 100% permanent and total. All right. Now, that's the one that you can watch our video, the 8 benefits of 100% permanent total rating. And you get the same benefits for the next one. The other type of permanent total, 100% permanent total rate, TDIU, same thing, just different ways different roads to get to 100% permanent total. Our brothers in the house, I've been here, H-Town Vet, just getting a chance to type. Okay, I've been wondering where you at, John. I like, where my brother John at? I said, my brother John don't love me no more, man. I said, what is something I said? Did I do something wrong, man? I'm glad you're here, my brother. We appreciate you. We value you, my brother, and all of you that's here. Now let us continue. I always do something silly like that. So give me a second. I'm going to pull myself up totally. Sometime I move it back. You know how you move this thing. Let's see where we at. Okay, now let me get back to it. Sorry about that. Now let's go. We talked about the 100% permanent and total. That's one type of permanent total rating. And we talked about total disability individual unemployability, which is TDIU, another type of permanent total 100% rating. Now, let us continue. Remember, it's important to be able to verify that you're 100% permanent total. So you need proof of your permanent total status because you don't want to be in a situation thinking that you're permanent total. I've seen this happen to people several times. So when you look at your award letter that you get yearly from the VA, look in the section that's called VA benefits information, and it'll let you know if you're service connected. It can tell you your combined rating of 100%. Like for Mr. John Brown, is he service connected? Yes. What's his combined rating? 100%. And it tells you how much you get. And then it goes down. This is the important part. Are you considered to be total and permanently disabled due to your service-connected disabilities? And it says yes. So he has a permanent total rating. That's a way to verify that. Now, this is something you take around you buying cars, or you need to prove to your property tax office that you are permanent total rating. This is a way to give them information without giving all your private medical information, because your private medical information is not on this award level. Now let us continue. Now we got here Another way to prove, if you have your decision letter, you go to the section called decision and say basic eligibility to dependents educational assistance is established from August the 15th, 2014. So that's important. What date you got it is very important, because if you had independents going to school from your award effective date, that's what this is. That's when they can start getting their change. You understand? So if they've been paying or you've been paying for their school, you can get that done. So this is one way to prove that you're permanent total. Another way is the CHAMP VA healthcare insurance. If you qualify for that, you can prove that you're permanent total. And we always said the educational, that's what it looks like. Now let's see what, Albert, we want you to come more often. I've been emailing, we appreciate y'all. Albert, let me get on here. For those of you just joined us, I am the H-Town Vet, and we'd like to welcome you to this live stream. And we want to say hi to our brother Albert. I believe you've been here before, or I see you in the chat. So I sent a message to everybody that if you chat on my main channel. Welcome, Albert. We're so glad to have you here. This is an interactive live stream. You can come on in here, and we got warm people here. Look what our sister Sherry say. Welcome, Albert. And we mean that from the heart, because we want to do this here where everybody, because we as veterans need a place to go where we can unwind and relax, because we can't relate to people all the time, huh? But we able to talk to each other, and that means something. Let me see what I got here. So now, what if you don't have, you say, well, H-Town Vet, I don't have a permanent total status. Well, what do I need to get a permanent part of the status? Permanent part meaning static, not likely to improve. So you need clinical evidence. Remember those two words. Probably in the form of a CMP exam. This is Mr. H-Town. This is the hypothetical Mr. John Brown. He had went to several doctors, and he took his doctor records and he used that to get his permanent as part of his claim, not just the CMP exam. So he quoted several of the doctors. So he said, the law says static by showing no change of progress. That's the law. So he said, claimant's condition is active. This is what his first doctor say. Claimant condition is active, continues to meet full criteria for PTSD, unable to maintain work or maintain a relationship. So when they say that means you're unable to do that. Didn't say it's getting better. That's one thing that'll get you a permanent rating. Second one, persist for over 5 years without material improvement. Remember that 5-year rule, right? Thirdly, on the second page, number 3, permanent, not expected to improve. Now listen what his doctor said. Dr. Jackson stated in the Houston VA medical records dated, that June 2014, claimant requires continued psychiatric care, likely for the rest of his life. That means it's permanent and not likely to improve, right? Now, that's the permanent part. We're going to go to the part so permanent means not likely to improve. That's the P in the P and T. Now let's go to the T part. What makes it total? He has at least one condition. He has at least one condition that's paid at the 100% rate. One symptom, one symptom. Well, with him, he had 2. And we're about to get to you, Mr. Albert. Give me a second. Don't go nowhere, because we love to have you. We want to, and oh no, Billy, we're about to talk to you too. Let me finish this little section up right quick. Now, here we go. Find a rating schedule for whatever your condition is. 38 for mental health disorders that Mr. Brown had, the person that's our hypothetical Mr. John Brown. He has 38 CFR 4.130 scheduled for mental health disorders. Now, here's the thing. If you have a leg problem or other problems, a back problem, it has a schedule. It's a schedule for ratings for those things too. Now, the symptoms for 100% for post-traumatic stress disorder are gross impairment of thought and thought process, and communication. That's one of them that he had. His other symptom was persistent delusions and hallucinations. But there are others. You don't even know your relative's name or close relatives or your own occupation. You don't remember your name. You get disoriented when it comes to place and time. These are other ones that he didn't have. You don't keep good personal hygiene, can't pass the smell test. Now let's see who we got here. Let's get to our people. We've covered that. Now hold on. Oh no, Billy, don't you lose my number. I gotta come up on the screen. Y'all cutting up, man. Y'all cutting up. Huh? Billy, don't you lose my number, huh? Well, you remember we used to ask him later, girl, you gonna call me back? I'm a call you, don't sweat me. She probably threw in the trash on the way there. Now let's see what Albert say. I am 4 months from getting out. You come to the right place. Go back and watch this full live stream. And we talked about, and we have the video. Watch our video, the checklist before you discharge from the military. Please watch short video, but it's specifically, and spread it to all people that have at least 2 years before they get out the military. You need to start preparing. And you contact me. We're going to give you our contact information if you need to know what to do before you get out. All right? Our email, and you can leave your number and we'll call you. Now, Jamaica me crazy. He said, how you know that's the Jamaican talk. My partner in the military, look, let me tell you who my partner was in the military. His name was Moist. His name was Moist. He's from Jamaica. Boy, that man was one of the coolest dudes. He was crazy as heck. Look at Alaskan. We ain't got time. This man giving away his location. The enemy might be watching. Now, here we go. EMI, Langley, Virginia. Good evening. We glad to have you here, family. See, this is the only place you're going to come. See, all my people up in here now. Kevin Johns, H-Town Vest, thank you for the information. You're welcome, and thank you for joining us, because let me tell y'all something. I've been wanting to express this for years. The problem, I'm going to tell y'all the real truth. See, ain't nothing you see with my expression that's fake, because I'm usually depressed. I got a serious case of post-traumatic stress disorder, and it'll be triggered easily. But I used to help veterans, and so many of them was ungrateful. Some was okay. But when you got to watch out for them old Negroes. You understand? Whoo! Boy, they like to clown when you help them. Sometimes you got to watch out. I'm becoming an old Negro. Now, look what he say. Oasis say, Ramstein, Air Force Base, Guten Tag. That's German for good evening. Where's the, I don't know, I don't know what that, I forget that part. Sherry say, hi, EMI. Where have you been? In space? Because he's talking about joining the space short. Oh, Sherry know how to talk that stuff. I was over there for 3 years. I should have learned how to talk this German. I don't know what they said, but they get to communicating. Now, y'all must have had German, had them fur lines, and you had Comrade over there, Sherry. Well, you over there dating Comrade? That's how they learn how to speak that language. I ain't really date Comrade, not Comrade, no, I mean fur line. that ain't way my boat move. Now, reach out to the commander and excuse my absence from all future fun runs, safety and alcohol briefings, mandatory attendance, H-Town broadcast, Trump's getting C-17 manifest. Maybe the commander will like sub. Get him to subscribe. He'll like it, because you're not anywhere that I can find you. Y'all cutting up, man. Oh boy, y'all got my paranoia going. Stop getting out your location, your coordinates, man. I don't know what is it with Alaskan. Maryland, okay, Maryland. Swine and dine. What you say? Swine and dine. I'm eating ferociously. I guess that's what that is. Alaskan. This man keep giving this location. I'm gonna have to do something, a slide about that. This man. He say, sign in, weigh 190 feet. This man out of control. Ceasefire, stand down, disengage. Fire no. I better cut that out. I'm dealing with veterans. Now let us continue. So that's what makes it the total part, to verify that you're total. Now let us continue. Now, with permanent ratings, now you can get a permanent rating other than 100%, but when it's permanent total, the permanent part means it's static, not likely to improve. The total part means you're paid at the 100% rate, okay? You have symptoms that are at the 100% rate for your condition. Now let's go back to permanent ratings. Condition static, unchanging, unlikely to improve, no future exam scheduled. Remember, no future exam scheduled. That don't mean there ain't no future exams. We're gonna talk about that thing. Okay, where is your location, H-Town? You go on vacation south. I'm in the South. I live in the South. You know, some people call Texas the West. When I went on vacation, I went to Arkansas about 2 or 3 weeks ago. That's why I had to switch the dates when we had the live stream. But I don't tell you nothing until I get back. Huh? So let me tell you something. You gotta watch people EMI saying he want to know when I'm gone. See, we gotta watch. I don't think you like that, but you might be knocking on my door and when I'm not at home, asking my woman, is H-Town at home? You ain't one of them, huh? You know you military guys, we gotta watch you. With my good eye. Huh? Which one my good eye? Well, y'all out of control, but y'all my family and I love you. Now let us continue. But I thought about going to Mexico or South America. Now that you're 100% permanent total, file closed, right? You should be chill from him. That's what they told us to do. Relax, right? Don't do nothing. Lay low, right? Let me ask you something though. Why are we still worried as veterans? Why are we still worried as veterans even though we're 100% permanent total? I did a poll last time. We're going to do an actual poll when we get a chance. I'm going to learn how to do these polls on this thing. And now here we go. Now, look what he say. Deportees knocking on your door back in Costa Rica, Papa C. They be trying to say, listen, y'all, for y'all don't know the inside joke. They trying to say that I'm pretending to be a Black American. They talking about I'm actually Dominican or from the Caribbean somewhere. Nah, man, all my people from here. I descend from the slaves in Texas, Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. You understand? Now, she asked a great question. Alaskany, where is Dogface Soldier? Please advise. Is he checking his mail right now? And see, y'all wasn't here earlier. I'm gonna show y'all something that I showed earlier, huh? And we were checking. We were giving examples for Dogface Soldier. Now let's continue. We've already talked about temporary ratings. We talked about the 5-year rule, the 10-year rule, and we're finishing up the permanent total rule. And why should you be worried? Like this young man is right here. He's 100% permanent total. Why is he worried? Because we always have, like we discussed last time, there's a fear of reduction. Who in here, if you already said it's okay, but if you want to say it again, put a Y in the chat if you still fear reduction of your rating. Who in here fear reduction? Even if you're 100% permanent total, who fear reduction? Let me put my answer now. You still concerned about the VA trying to reduce you. Now he say, AWOL, it's a bolo, he out there. Say, yes, I fear reduction. And see, he say yes. Oh, no, Billy says yes too. Wow. See, do you see what I'm saying? Listen what Alaska say, always worry. Here at the H-Town Vet, we trying to do, man. Hold on, Alaskan Ice, let me tell you something. Where's Alaskan Ice? Everybody give shout out to Alaskan Ice and let her know how much we love her and how much we miss her. It ain't been the same without you. I thought about just closing up shop without you, Alaska Nights. I can't do it. Huh? I said, I'm going to close the channel down. Huh? See, I know. When you have open claims out there, this is what we're talking about, family. Oh boy. See, Alaska Nights, once you get on, everybody want to talk. Nobody want to talk to me. Why they always talking to you? This is what Alaska Nights. I'm going to have to read these. We talking about percentage reduction. Y'all giving me a lot of feedback, and we're going to do several live streams on percentage reductions. Is that okay? Now, look, I'm going to get to what you say, but look what he say. We love you, Alaska Nights. Hold on, you can't get more important than me, Alaska Nights. What about me? I'm family too. But it wasn't the same without you. You are important, okay? People like you, all right? Let's see. Here we go. D-Law. Now look what our sister say. The VA disability 5-year rule states that the VA cannot reduce a veteran's disability rating if it has been in place for 5 years or more, unless there's evidence of substantial improvement and fraud. There you go. The 5-year rules. The rating is considered to be stabilized rating. That's why we need other people. She put in a word and she made that word stabilized make more sense. Meaning stabilized is stuck in that position. The rule exists because 5 years is viewed as an adequate time frame to determine whether someone's condition is permanent. Did you hear that? Now, okay. Now let's see what our people say they worry. Alaska say he worried about rating reduction. John said yes. Man, even all the people that joke, y'all worry too. Man, family, I'm gonna have to do a lot on rating reductions, and we got to talk about this. We ain't trying to escape, but we got to do stuff to prepare y'all. Very much so. Even though aces, I'm talking about some of the most happy-go-lucky people here. Bernie, not you too. Bernie, you too? Well, I'm on there, so. Alaska Nights, I didn't expect it from you, but her reason is she said, I'm worried because I'm still filing claims. I understand, but we here for you, family. I have not been feeling well. She hasn't been feeling well, so we're going to be praying for you, and we here. If you need us, let us know. Let us know if you need us. We might have to open up the Cash App where we can start sending something your way. You understand? And not for real. If you need us, let us know. I am better now. Thank God that you're better now. Now, it is tough to stay PNT. Nobody says they are not worried. You know what? I haven't heard a person. I'm permanent and total, and I'm still worried. Let me tell you something. I'm on how many more years? In about 5 more years, I'll be at the 20-year rule. Okay? But I'll still be looking on my shoulder. You know, we let's see. We love you, Alaska Nights. She said that. Let's see. So glad to hear from you, Alaska Nights. Welcome back. Yeah, if you're not feeling well, you let us know, because you say Alaska Nights say to John Thompson, love you too. And I know I hope you are feeling better. This is from my sister Sherry. Here for you if you need anything. And we mean that. Because when I give my food stamps, I'm going to do something nice for you. Now, we joking, but we really care about you. And Alaska Nights says, Sherry McCoy, thank you. Now, usually there are a lot of questions about what's if for reductions. So what we're going to do, this is going to take me a while. We're going to deal with different scenarios that will cause you to get a reduction. So this is going to take me a while to develop this live stream for that. And they say, I mean that Alaska Nights, you are so welcome. Yes. Now look who's in the room. Hoorah. Don't be coming in with that Marine stuff. Them U.S. Marines Semper Fi. He coming here cutting up, but he be dropping real knowledge. We so glad to have you in here. Now, sound stress. Let's see. Now let's see. Now let's talk about it. I done caught up on the chats there. Now let us continue because your word counts here. We're talking about it. We're going to go over some of the things that we covered earlier in a moment here. But we're about 2/3 of the way done. Let us continue with this. And then we're going to have, of course, we're going to have the after party. Now, one thing, let me cough, y'all, if y'all don't mind having drinking in the water. But one thing, if you are permanent in the total and you open up a claim, you open up a new claim, you can put your permanent total at risk. Most likely not, but there's a chance. You get what I'm saying? It's like very seldom do planes crash or getting struck by lightning twice is usually don't happen. Okay. Now, so when you do it, you can put it at risk. So give me a moment here. Well, now we're gonna get to this. I'm gonna have you answer this question. Now now if you open up a claim and permanent total, now, I want to ask y'all, is it cost benefit when it deals with opening up new claims? Okay. Is the benefit worth the risk or the cost? Is the benefits of opening up a new claim worth the cost? This is the question. All right. Y'all put a Y for yes, or N for no. Well, let's look at what some of them are. What are some of the benefits? I haven't told you yet, so my fault. Now, in other words, let me ask you, is it ever okay to poke the bear? Now, y'all got to give me a Y for yes or N for no. Now, I'm going to wait until y'all answer this one here. Let us know. Is it ever okay to poke the bear? Bernie say no. Come on, I need to know. Let us know. Is it ever okay? Come on, fam. Let us know. Is it ever okay to poke the bear? Let us know. You see, that's my hand poking the bear. Look, y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all. Look here. That's my daughter bought me a bear for Valentine's Day some years back. Should I poke the bear? Huh? I want some more benefits. Should I poke the bear? Talk to me. Bernie say no. What y'all saying? Tell me, give me a Y for yes or N for no. Should we poke the bear once we're 100% permanent in total? That's the highest rating you get, 100% permanent total. Should you poke the bear? Let us know. You see the H-Town vet trying to poke the bear. You see my hand over there trying to poke that bear? I want to see if it's more benefits. Now, listen, I'm gonna get to you. What's call them? We're gonna get your information, but we gotta I'm gonna try to stay on this. I'm gonna get back to you, EMI, but we gotta. She says yes, because I have not gotten the proper rating. I usually have at 4 higher level reviews, duty to assist, errors at 1 time. So if you don't have what you need to satisfy your position, you may need to poke the bear. Now, why I'm waiting, y'all need to tell us. Come, I want some yes or no. Should you poke that bear? I'm gonna go back up here to our brother EMI while y'all deciding whether y'all want to poke the bear. Okay, now, H-Town, I had your broadcast scheduled last night, but there was no cast. It was short. I only did for about 30 minutes or so because I forgot that it was a holiday. So I thought y'all was, y'all might have been doing, I felt kind of bad doing it on a holiday weekend, but look at me now. Okay, I told my boss there was no cash, and now it's non-excuse absent. LOC, LOR, UIF. I was present and accounted for, but the host wasn't. Am I going to get Article 15? Now, let's see. Now, tell me what y'all think of this, what Alaskan is saying. You have 3 options with a bear that size. You're going to either fight, flight, or freeze. What y'all gonna do when y'all dealing with the VA and you want to poke that bear because you want to see if you're gonna get more benefits? Are you gonna fight the VA? Are you gonna get scared? Or are you just gonna freeze and stand there? Now, yes, if you have a disability that can cause you death, DIC purposes, yes. So if you have a disability that can cause you death and it's a terminal illness and you want to protect your family, it's worth. So let's say you have let's say a 90% rating for it, or you have a temporary rating for it, but you want your family to have the permanent and total benefits like the Champ VA healthcare. So you say, you know what? Yeah, I have an unemployability. I'm gonna poke the bear. I got a IU, individual employability, or a temporary 100% for prostate cancer, but the prostate cancer is putting me at risk of dying. Yeah, I have nothing to lose. That makes very good sense, Alaskan Ice. Now, AWOL, Master Sergeant, report as ordered. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? EMI, he said reported ordered. You got extra duty too. And don't be putting me, because I'm gonna have extra duty too. Don't put me in the middle of it. Freeze if VA comes around. Run. Oh man, y'all out of control. Oh, Albert, you got jokes. We like having you in here. Now let's see what Billy talking about. Should we poke that bear? Come on now. Are we poking the bear? Billy would ask the number and lose it. Would ask the number and lose it. Okay. Fight in court. Now, which part of it makes you the most nervous? Having your claim handled over at the VA regional office, or have it handled at the Board of Veteran Appeals? Which one makes you the most nervous, people? Is it the VA or the VBA? I mean, the BVA, the Board of Veteran Appeals, BVA. Which one bother you the most? The VA or the VBA? Alaskan say the Supreme Court, dealing with the courts. Alaskan ICE says 6 full months of disability. The SS Social Security insurance waiting period begins the first full month after the date we decide your disability begins. Oh, now that's very good. Now, Alaskan Ice is very knowledgeable when it comes to this. This is why we have her here, and we need her here. And Bernie be bringing some. And Angel not here tonight. D Law. I'm gonna tell you, be telling us a lot of stuff going on in the military, and be breaking it down so people that's getting out and we can learn how to connect our military situation. He breaks down a lot of the law. We appreciate all y'all. Yeah, but it's been taking what, 3 to 5 years at the VAB. That's why it's good to get a decision review officer to look over. That's what I got. I requested a decision review officer, and to push it faster. This was for my permanent total. To push it faster, guess what I did? I requested a hearing within 30 days or something like that. So when you put, sometime I want to do the hearing, they're going to make a decision. Did you hear me? Huh? Come on. Y'all say y'all not going to poke that bear. You scared. Now let us continue. See, that bear ain't liking it. Now let us continue. Now, we're gonna do a live stream on poking the bear too. All right. That's why I introduce it here. Then we break that thing down. And Alaskan Ice is giving us good information. If you have a terminal illness, please give us other reasons so we can put it into our next, not next live stream, the live stream we have in the future. What other reasons would it be to poke the bear? One, our sister said a terminal illness. Another reason it would be wise to poke the bear. All right. For those of you just coming into the room, we're going to go back a little bit. We're talking about permanent poking the bear. I am the H-Town Vet, and we'd like to welcome you to this live stream. All right. What are the reasons we should poke the bear? Now, look what he say. M21-1, all rise, court in session. Hold on, I got to pull myself back up on this here. Bailiff, call the first witness. The first witness is the bear. Or you going to poke the bear? Junior say, what's going on, H-Town? Nothing but love here. You understand? All the way from Texas, baby. It's all good. You understand? Now, Junior, are you going to poke the bear? M21, are you going to poke the bear? Talk to us. Now, let us continue. Now, here at the H-Town Vet, we say, well, if you're 100% permanent total, why mess with it? Junior say he's not going to poke the bear. But Junior, let me ask you a question now. Come on, we family. Can we talk? I got to come back on the screen. What if you're 100% permanent total, Junior, but you want to reopen the claim, even though it's going to put your 100% permanent total at risk, but you want to do it because you wanted the PAC Act. They did the PAC Act. I thought about doing the PAC Act because, I was over in Desert Storm. I was exposed to those oil well fires, those burn pits. We were one of the first people doing it over there. And burning the feces in them tubs with, what do you call that? Using those camo sticks to stir up the feces and stuff. Yeah, I did all that with diesel fuel. I was on it. I was leading that detail. Should I go for the PAC Act? Should I poke the bear? Now, let's see. Back to what we're talking about. So I want to ask y'all a question. Now, I got another one, not just that. Hey, y'all talked about poking the monster, huh? Poke the bear or poking the monster. That monster might bite harder. Now, answer this question. What are presumptive illness like the PAC Act or SMC claims worth the risk? SMC claims, special monthly compensation, you can get big money if you're 100% permanent total already. Isn't it worth getting that extra change? Let's see what our sisters say here. If you need extra assistance, you can file. She already put it out before. See why we have Alaskan Ice here? Before I even came up with the slide, she had already put it down. If you need extra assistance, you can file for different SMCs. You can get another 1,000 to 5,000 or more, because I know some they do up to 7,000 or 10,000, but you can't move. You probably don't know where you at. A month needed for your care. Now, is it worth, if you're 100% permanent total and you need this, is it worth it if you're going to get this kind of money for extra assistance? Huh? Talk to us. Special monthly compensation. Is it worth the risk of poking the bear? Is this a good reason to poke the bear? Y'all coming up with excellent reasons. Now, Yo say, have you ever heard another veteran ask to attend their CMP exam as them? Nah, I never heard that, but that sounds like fraud. Don't mess with that. Reporting, Jordan. Reporting for duty. For duty. Come on in. You're late. Huh? You gonna drop down and give me 20. I'm just joking. But glad to have you, Jordan. Now let's what we say here. If you poke the bear, prepare to settle in court. Bring your M21 checklist. Yes. Have it backed up. Laugh out loud. You know we're gonna admit, don't drop down and give you 20 or don't do that because I will hurt yourself. Now, okay, let's say you choose not to poke the bear and you're 100% permanent total. The VA, you come across the VA desk. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna protect your rating and leave you alone because you're 100% permanent total? Are they gonna call you in for a reevaluation? What the VA is supposed to do is leave you alone, right? But as we always state, according to the Office of Inspector General, and we're going to preach this because people keep talking about, no, the VA can't call you if you're permanent total. Look what they did last year, March 16, 2023. Veterans are still being required to attend unwarranted medical reexaminations for disability benefits. Now, this is where we're going to get in and tell you why Sister Sherry is right, because I usually only cover one of them. So this is what they did a what do you call it? A audit on the VA to see if they were treating veterans fairly when it comes to reexaminations, and they found that the VA was not, the VAB was not. Now, so listen, understand. I'm going a little more detail tonight. Estimated unwarranted reexamination errors for established controls, meaning so reason for reexamination was, now watch this here. The reason the examination was unwarranted. Well, the main reason they were unwarranted was because the conditions were permanent and not likely to improve. That was 60% of the reexaminations out of all the cases that they covered. You understand? Now, the second highest at 38% was the combined disability rating would not change. Even if they took away the disability, it wouldn't change the overall percentage. But they did that wasting time. When they could be helping veterans with others, they still call you in for reexamination. Now here we go. The disability has not substantially improved over 5 years, the 5-year rule. They only did it 15% of the time. They only made that mistake 15% of the time. That meaning that people were past their 5 years, but they still called them in. But that didn't happen but 15% of the time. So that rule worked pretty good. Now, this is the one that worked the most. Now, understand? Now, look at this here. Dealing with what they call the so-called 55-year rule. The veteran is over 55. I got to get some water. Give me a second, yeah. Thank y'all for your patience. Now, so the 55, I'm 55 now. D-Law said he about to turn 55 or somewhere around there. The veteran is over 55 years of age, absent unusual circumstances. They only evaluated them 6% of the time dealing with this audit that they did. So they were more protected than the people that was permanent and total. And then the other one, the disability evaluation is at the minimal level for the condition. So let's say the highest you can get is 10% for tinnitus, well, or whatever your condition is. They only evaluate 4% of the time. The disability evaluation is 10% or less, only 4%. Remember, they going after the permanent ratings because that's the 100% ratings. All right? The VA breaks the rules. So even when you go by the rules, they break them. Now let's see what our brother M21 is talking about here. All right, let me pull that up and let me pull myself up. M21-1 says failure to attend. Let me repeat that. Failure to attend medical appointments for the P&T diagnosis that got you the P&T. If you are granted your P&T, then run away from the VA. That's a reason to be worried. Stay on your appointments. Yes. All right. Now, it's another thing the M21-1 is saying. If you just go once a year and everything you say is fine, that will you expect to happen? Or what, I guess you said, what will you expect to happen in 5 years? Of course. Now listen what EMI says, integrity first, which is true. Now let's see what Alaskan Ice, our sister, is saying here. Veterans who receive VA disability benefits for service-connected conditions are exempt from periodic future examination once they turn 55 years of age. This includes veterans who will be 55 by the date. I didn't know that part. Thank you for telling us that. This includes veterans that would be 55 by the date. So as soon as you turn 55, okay, thank you. That's of a future exam. So what she's saying is, if the exam is set after you're 55, they should cancel the exam. That's why, because you're over 55 by the time the exam is scheduled, the scheduled exam date. So yes, because they're thinking that once you're over 55 that you are retired, you're retirement age. But if you're younger, a lot of times they'll call you in because they think it's a chance it's going to improve. Let's say you're 100% permanent total at 22. They might keep more of an eye on you, maybe not. Okay, the VA will typically not request to re-examine your rating if you are over age 55 and disability is static and disability is considered permanent and not likely to improve. All right. Now, how would you know that part? And we're going to read some more what she say. Go to your code sheet. On your code sheet, it's going to tell you that your condition is static or not. And if it's going to tell you if it's any future exams. You'll be able to tell when your 20 years for each one of your percentages. Huh? Now let's continue what our sister's saying here. The disability is already at the minimal rating level for a particular disability, or reducing an individual rating will not affect the total combined disability rating. Meaning that's why they shouldn't have been calling people in. That's the 38%, because it's already, if they take the percentage of rate, it ain't gonna lower anything. Now let's see what Oasis said. Why is it okay for Trump to be a narcissist? Why does he get a pass with mental disorders? Is he the first president, person been president with mental disorders? Okay, I don't know what that means. That's some of that Marine talk. Y'all tell me what that means. I don't know how to say that. I know it has something to do with the spirit of core. Okay. Although pigs are generally good-natured, more people are killed each year by pigs than by sharks. Wow. I did not know that. Now, let us continue here. We're going to finish this up. Let me see. We caught up on that, and we talked about, let me pull this up. Remember, permanent ratings does not mean unchanging forever. You can get reduced under certain circumstances, but highly unlikely. He say, hey, H-Town, knock, knock. You like my daughter. She be calling me from school. She said, oh, can you see me in the window right now? I told her, girl, don't play with me like that. She gonna get put out. Now, here we go. The 20-year rule. Let's talk about it. Now, we at the last part, the 20-year rule. All right? I really appreciate y'all being here tonight. So the 20-year rule. A disability. Oh, I left out the slide for it. I left out the slide. Oh. I left out the slide. I'm sorry, y'all. No, but it's okay. I just showed a little flow chart again, but you're gonna see it at the end. 20-year rule: a disability which has been continuously rated at or above an evaluation of disability for 20 years will not be reduced. So as long as you don't get any reductions, if you had something for 20 years, like 30%, it's been at least at 30% or above for 20 years, you locked in at 30% after you've had that rating for about 20 years at above that rating. If you want more information on that, of course, watch some of our other videos and we break that down. But the law is 38 CFR 3.951, preservation of disability ratings. Now, when you come with the 20-year, the only way they can take it away is fraud. I want y'all to get this. Say great information. Thank you, Oasis. The only way, if you at the 20-year rule, I want y'all to hear me, is fraud. Now listen what he say. Thank you for hosting H-Town Vet. The information is always worth it. Fiscal year funding report for the OIG, yes. Now let's see. Bernie says, he said he can't stand people and has bad back. Uh-oh, who said that? Salute, sir. Uh-oh, let me come up on the screen. Salute, sir. Now, let's see. Now, remember, fraud, you can have it for 20 years, but if you got it on fraud, whether it's 30%, 30, 40, 50, 70, or 100% permanent total, if you got it on fraud, watch out. Fraud, don't do it. This is important because it'll come back to haunt you. You know what they selling me? H-Town Vet, you don't know what you're talking about. Once I got it for 20 years, it's too late for them to do anything about it. I'm locked in. One guy pretended to be in Vietnam. He pretended to be in the military, and he figured he was locked in after 20 years. Somebody did that, and they changed the rule after that person. I forget who the person was. Last week, he was the salsa dancing champion. VA will get him. Bernie, you out of control. Bernie, I ain't got time for you, man. I ain't got time to play with you. Bernie out of control, man. He said, if VA get it, they gonna have footage. Hold on. If you say you got bad hip problems and bad back problems, can't you still salsa dance? The VA ain't watching you, Wally. VA ain't watching nobody. Uh-oh. Look at here. The largest fraud in VA history, the biggest VA fraud. Man who faked illness gets prison time. Guess how much he owed the VA? $6 million, and he still went to the penitentiary. Dennis Paulson. He said he couldn't use his hand and feet, right? But he was doing the Ironman challenge. He was bungee jumping using his hands and his feet. And guess what they was doing? Come on, let's talk about it. What was they doing? Let's talk. This is what they did to Mr. Paulson, Mr. Dennis. They had him on camera. He said, it wasn't me. Now, that's what Bernie talking about. You that salsa champion last week. That's if your condition is related to, Let me come up on the screen so I can read these chats. Okay, if you find out Billy lost my number, let me know. I have to go find Billy. Till next broadcast. See you later, okay? We'll try to find Billy, okay? Okay, Billy. Them drones are watching. Albert, you out of control. You better start coming in more often. I thought, man, we got a whole bunch of jokesters. I heard of this story, He was on MSNBC. It was on the national news. Jamaica Me Crazy. They look for smiles when you're at the VA. No more than 5 smiles per every 50 people. Jamaica Me Crazy. You out of control, dude. I ain't got time to be playing with you. Oh, look what Alaska say. Don't worry about smile. Just wear a mask. Huh? Mm-hmm. Tell me, has this information been beneficial tonight? Let's talk about it. Yeah, there he is. If you want more information about this, watch our video, What is VA Fraud? Watch our live stream. Okay? Watch our live stream, What is VA Fraud? For more information. That was a powerful, good info, H-Town. This is why we keep bringing, that's why we have the information overlap, but we're going to continue to introduce, we build on what we're doing. So you might see a slide, he say salute, yes sir. Carry on, soldier. No, I mean Marine. We don't call them soldiers, my fault. Now, watch that. Now, once you've reached that 20-year anniversary, you're under the 20-year rule, and you didn't get it for fraud, you didn't use fraud to get it, you should be okay. Right? We about to teach you. Well, that's covered, okay? Whatever, if you had 100% for 20 years, they can't take that away. But if let you go to the doctor and you come up with new VA disabilities to go on top of what you have, let's say you only locked in at 70%, but you get new disability to add up to 100, where that other 30% is not covered. Whatever you get after the 20-year period is not covered till you've had that for 20 years. So let's say you had 100%, and you get some conditions that add up to 160, so you're able to qualify for special monthly compensation. Well, if they reduce that 60, they can't reduce the 100 because you've had it over 20 years. But if they reduce that 60 before the 20-year period, you may lose the special monthly compensation. This is, so you need to understand how this ties. So if you get new disability, that's how they work. Now, so like you get new conditions that you're already 100%, or you already have under the 20-year rule, but then you get diabetes, high cholesterol, anxiety, or anything that you, lower back, any of that, okay? Now we're going to stop right there. Let me see what, we got to go to the information now. Let me read the information that's starting to build up now. Now, lay statements, this is Alaskan ICE, lay witness statements form, let me correct myself, lay witness statement, VA form 21-10-210, also known as the lay witness statement, is a sworn declaration made in support of a veteran's claim for benefits. It provides an opportunity for service people to reinforce their claims without having to schedule a doctor appointment. The form is used to provide information about an in-service injury or to give an update on the current severity of service connected conditions. What it's saying is, so let me go back up here. So you say, so if you're in service, you're going to get some of the people, those of you that say you're still in the military right now, you're going to get your people that you trust that know about your condition. They're going to write it's like a buddy statement, and you need to put it on the form that our sister's saying here. 21-10-220. This is, so they're going to give information saying, I know them and I know when they injured themselves, what date, all that. Thank you for the information. I thank you. That's in Germany. Okay, now Alaskan ICE, okay, we say to reinforce severity. So, and also when it deals with current severity and you already rated, that could be family members of people that know you, your wife, your husband, or anybody family member. Because my grandmother did one for me. She did a lay statement for me because she raised me, so she knew how I was. Her and my grandfather, they knew how I was before I went to the military and after, but my grandfather had passed, you know. He was, you know, they were married 63 years. I dreamed about them last night that they were still alive. Ain't that weird? I dreamed about them last night. They were still alive. And I say, man, y'all been married over 100 years now. Because they got married in 1919. That was crazy, huh? I shouldn't be talking about that. The VA might come lock me up. Now, let's see what he said. Oh, Alaskanite has all the information, huh? Alaskanite thinks I just copied. No, she know where she's resourceful. If you were just copying and pasting and didn't know where to find information, you were able to do it in a faster way. You, Sherry, all of y'all are so wonderful. I mean, all y'all just bring so much goodness here. Very good information. Yes, on both sides, from sister, especially from Alaskanites. Now, so if you get something new after the 20 years, new disabilities, they start, the clock starts all over just for those disabilities. But the disabilities that are covered under the 20-year rule, you're no longer monitored by the VA for those conditions. Listen to what I just tell you. You never heard those terms. I only know this because I saw some that said that from the VA, but I can't tell you where I saw it. Can't tell you where I saw it. Yeah, they already got it, but and you need to get something from the VA showing that you have your 20 years. You need proof that you follow the 20-year rule. I would request something. Now let's see what our sister's saying. Okay, Sister Alaskanites. She said dependency and indemnity compensation is a tax-free monetary benefit generally paid to the surviving spouse, child, or parent of service member who died while on active duty, and it's more, she about to say, for training or inactive duty training, or to surviving veterans who died from a service-connected disability, or if you're 100%, it don't matter what you died of, okay? But if you under 100%, you died of that service-connected disability, they got to cover it, whether it's 0 to 90%. Once you've been 100% for 10 years, you good. The parents DIC is an income-based benefit for parents who were financially dependent on a service member or veteran who died from a service-connected cause. Now, check this out. Now, I want you to notice here. When they get in the family, get the benefits like your wife. Let's say your wife or your children qualify. Let's say you're married. Watch our video, dependent status, and we go into this in detail, and we'll tell you how it works. You can actually get a VA home loan if you qualify for the DIC death benefit as a dependent. They can get their own VA loan. Did you know that? Huh? Now, classified information. Now, let's see what Alaskanite said. Administration, NARA, main site is here. Code of Federal Regulation. Remember this. This is the Bible right here. 38 CFR for all Department of Veteran Affairs, 38 CFR, Part 3, adjudication, 38 CFR, Part 4, schedule for rating. You need to know the schedule for your rating, meaning what it takes to get certain percentage for your disability. Now, disabilities, 38 CFR, Part 13, fiduciary activities. Now, this is key because if let's say you go to a CMP exam, you follow me, and the doctor checks the box, they just say that you're not competent to handle your own affairs. What do? First thing you do is watch our video, our live stream. What is a fiduciary? Something like that. I think that's the name of it. Huh? Because they can put somebody over your money, but they can't just do it without you having the right to speak for yourself. You may not have a problem with somebody being over your funds, or you may not be in the right mind to be over your funds. So you need to watch that video. That was a powerful live stream. Huh? Watch that. Very good information there, Alaskanites. Now, very informative. This is why we come here. We come here for the information. Some people pop in, they pop out because they don't want to give too much watch hours, but they want the information we're talking about because you can't get it nowhere else. Tell me where else you can get this information at. Tell me where else you can find an Alaskan ice. Tell me somewhere else you can find an EMI. Tell me another place that you can find a Sherry. Tell me another place that you can find a D-Law. Tell me another place that you can find an Alaskan. Huh? A Jamaica Me Crazy. A Junior. Tell me. Tell me another place that we can find an Albert. What about, oh, now, Billy, don't you lose my number? Where you gonna find another Bernie? Come on, talk to me. Where you gonna find another M21-1? Another yo left yo telling us about what's going on in the military? Where you gonna find another Oasis? Huh? Where you gonna find another, let me see who else we got here. Jordan here, reporting for duty. Huh? Where you gonna find another Jordan, another Junior? Huh? Talk to me. Tell me. Albert, Evan Almighty, John. Where you gonna find people like this? Please tell me. Nowhere else are you gonna find these type of powerful people. Kevin Johnson coming in here. Always gracious. Thank you for the information. Huh? And then I forgot to shout out. I'm sorry about that. Salute Corey. What about Corey? When our new people come in. If I missed you earlier, I want to apologize, brother. We appreciate you for being in. Huh? And we thank you. We hope you come back, brother. We appreciate you. Come on, y'all, talk to me. Let me know what we're saying here. I'm just giving a shout out to the family. Where you gonna find Harold? Harold Senior coming in. USMC, North Carolina. Thank you, brother. He came in early. Now let us continue. And I appreciate, we gotta give the shout outs because y'all are so important. Hold on. Evan over here, boy, y'all been putting that information down. He said, very informative. Jamaica Me Crazy. Does everyone at the VA know who's 100% permanent total? Is it for only official eyes when knowing? Where do you find who's what percentage? Well, I don't know how they find it there, but you got to understand, if you go up there and ask for a request for your award letter, when they hand it to you, if you go up to the desk, they'll know. Are they keeping track of it? I can't say that. I don't know if they have a database. They really don't supposed to be messing with your file unless they have permission. But that doesn't mean that they don't have access now. Come on now. Now, you say Evan. Evan, I'm like, okay, Evan. Okay, Evan. I call you Evan. Okay. Another broadcast that will get you off work to avoid AOL. I'm trying to, you gonna tell your command officer, he said, all rise, I would stand up, I might fall down, man. yeah, your Twitter said, all rise. That's right, H-Town. That's from our brother Jordan. Now, this man keep Alaska out of control. I ain't find nobody so off the chain than him. He talking about taking into his exams for compensation, taking a full skeleton to show the doctor where you hurt it. Let's go off the grid until next cast. When is it and what's the topic next week? Okay, what I'm gonna do, give me a second here. I'm gonna read the rest of y'all, but let me tell him when the next, so y'all know, because y'all wasn't here early, okay? Give me a second. I'm gonna come back to what we're doing right now. Okay, so I'm about to pull up back on the screen. Now, so you know it. Look here. So Sunday we talked about, please go back and watch our videos if you have not. We did a regular video on Sunday, a short clip about 13 and a half minutes on VA claim update. Then we did a live stream that was about 30 minutes because, wasn't too many people out and we didn't want to hold people up for the holiday yesterday. So we had a live stream, but please watch our video that we did. Then today we're doing a live stream on the levels of protection. This is Monday. Tomorrow we should be releasing, if not tomorrow, it's going to be Thursday, but we're going to try to get it out by tomorrow, the levels of protection, which is going to be the regular video, which is going to be, between 7 and 10 minutes or so. Because some people say they want to, they have to work, so they may not be able to watch the full live stream. And they tell me that a lot, okay? Then on Thursday of this week, we're going to talk about the VA medical evaluation, the whole process to do that CMP evaluation, that disability evaluation. Now, let me pull it back to where we were at. I hope that helped you with your information. Now, let us continue. Let me pull myself back up here and then pull the stream back to where we were at. And for those of you that just come in here, we talked about this, and we want that information. Should you poke the bear? We want to know your opinion on, should you poke the bear? Is it a good time to poke the bear? The bear don't look too happy. Now, let us continue back to what we were doing. Give me a second. Now, let's see. Who said 20 years? Now we back where we need to be. Let's see what our people. I'm gonna catch up with y'all comments. He said, so I told you when the next broadcast. Hopefully that was helpful. H-Town, you should have a VA representative live to grill him. I don't want to make him mad at y'all. If you ever come home, we might talk to one, but we don't want to make them mad. Now, because there's some good ones, and I've had some good ones. Now, veterans can talk, veterans walk, but he can rise in court. Reduction per the jury. Now, let's see what Albert say. Being a good, informative broadcast, thank you. Now, Alaska say, H-Town, are you going to be doing Sunday and Monday night football? Well, if that's coming up, when is Sundays? I'm gonna have them on Sundays. But Monday night football, I did this one on Monday because since it was a holiday. That's the only. Usually gonna be on Sundays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. the live stream. And I'll drop little videos in between, like I started back doing. I'll be absent during the Super Bowl. I'll make sure not to do one during the Super Bowl, okay? Okay, H-Town, when is the holiday party? Well, the holiday party is going to be when we get 2,000 subscribers. What are y'all going to do to help the H-Town vet? I haven't been at this a year. And I got, 1,400 subscribers in about 8 months. So just think, if y'all support me and if y'all active duty, y'all get the word out. And if y'all get other veterans and people to subscribe and come and get this good information, because we're not charging over here. All we doing, if y'all want to throw a little donation, we ain't turning nothing down but our collar. Look, I appreciate people that's giving you good information. You understand? Because I didn't think about donations until Bernie was saying it. I said, okay, yeah, I ain't turning nothing down. I appreciate it. I never thought about it. Now, look what he say. I watched every Monday night football game in 2004. during my deployment. I never did that before. Okay. H-Town, I hope you don't do lives on Saturdays. I watch UFC and boxing. No, I don't usually do it on Saturdays. I have done some. It's only on Sundays and Thursdays. Okay. I hope the Chicago Bears do something this season. That'd probably be a good thing. You know, I won't have a winning season. I'm bringing your broadcast to the CMP exam. Do you see how best this dude is? He gonna pull out his phone and show the CMP examiner this broadcast. And when the examiner asks a question, I'll just find an episode that explains. What we gonna do with this man? Don't put me out there in them crosshairs. Don't put me in them crosshairs. Now, I don't want you mean, Junior. I love my UFC in boxing as well. In boxing, yes. Now let us continue. We're almost done. Y'all been incredible. Now let us continue. Now, even if you fall under the 20-year rule, I'm not fully clear on this issue, but you can't get money from the federal government and be in a penal institution if you are a disabled veteran and you've been incarcerated 61 days for a felony crime. They're gonna drop you down to 10%. Now, I don't know if they drop you down. We're trying to find that out now if you fall under the 20-year rule. But I know they most likely they would. But any other rating, 100% permanent, you're gonna drop you down 10%, and you got to come back and get it reinstated, mean reevaluated. Now let us continue. For more information about the criminal justice system, veterans, and the criminal justice system, watch our video, Veterans Court, and it'll help you if you have a DUI or any other kind of crimes that can help you stay out of jail. They got programs in the court system to help you with that. Now let us continue. Now, if you're on the run, if you're a fugitive of law, they're gonna cut them benefits off now. They may not cut them off for your dependents though. Now, let us continue. No, this thing low. Now, also, they'll freeze your bank accounts. This happened to a few veterans where you owe some people, and even though it's just your VA money now, they go in there and freeze it for child support or credit cards. You got to fight that. Watch our video, how to protect your VA benefits from VA debt. Okay, we have several 2 or 3 videos on that. Now, let's see. He said, bring the CMP exam. Now let us continue. Also watch our video on the 5, 10, and 20-year rules. All right, you need to know the rules. We have a short video on that, and we also have a live stream called the 5, 10, and 20-year rule. Let us continue. Now, this is how you can get your VA compensation totally stopped. All right, they will stop making payments to you totally if, of course, remember I told you if you're a fugitive of law, but now here we go. This is another way you can stop. Failure to submit evidence to the VA. If they're paying you a temporary 100% and they say they're about to reevaluate you, or you're a temporary IU, individual unemployability, and you don't submit the information to keep it going, they can stop your payment. If you fail to attend a CMP exam, they can stop your payment. If you submit false statements, they can stop. You submit false evidence, they can stop your payment. All right. All right. Let's see. We're almost done here now. Now, if you want to know the full benefit package, you come to the right place. The only place that you're going to find the full benefit package is here at the H-Town Vet. Did you hear what I said? We're going to give you all the information. All right. We got Major Boom in the house. Hello, family. I just getting off extra KP duty. I hear you. Oh, we glad to have you in there, Boomer. It's been a blast. It's been a real gas. It really has. Evidence of records contradicting the findings of the questionnaire. Now, here's the thing: if you get a private DBQ done, and they still trying to send you to a CMP exam from the VA, fight that. Tell them you have all the evidence you need with the DBQ I've submitted. Make sure it's complete now. Make sure the doctor reviewed all your evidence that a CMP doctor would do, and say, why do y'all need more information? Fight that. Because if you have both of them, a CMP exam and a public DBQ, there could be conflicting evidence. That's why you don't want to get into that. Alteration, okay. Assignment of 100% disability occurs without evidence of concurrent medical treatment confirm the severity of condition. Now, I missed the show earlier. It's okay, brother. You go back on the replay, but we had fun. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, here we go. We're about to go over a few of the slides now because a lot of people came in toward the middle because this is an unscheduled one. Okay. I tried to email you, brother, but my email wouldn't come up to let you know that I was live. Sorry about that. Now, examiner, I was only able to help the people that was on my channel that chat back and forth with me. Examiner address on questionnaires was more than 100 miles away from the veteran's address for in-person exam. That's one reason they'll deny you. They say that examiner you have too far away. I don't know why that matters. Why would a veteran refuse to report to a VA examination? Great question. For different reasons. One, they just say, I don't want to go. They might say, hey, my condition, if I don't go, they might be fearful of getting a reduction. They might say to themselves, if I don't go, they can't reduce me. It don't work like that. Or they may not know about it. Sometimes you better make sure your mail is going to the right place. Huh? And if you know you have a CMP exam coming up, you keep calling in because somebody might get your mail and it might go to your neighbor by accident. And it may be 3 or 4 years, if ever, before you get another CMP exam. I saw a veteran that took 4 to 7 years for him to get another CMP exam because he wouldn't open his mail. Huh? Now, what about that benefits package I'm telling y'all about? This is the only place where you can come learn about this full benefits package. What's that? The benefits, the VA disability compensation benefits from 0 to 100%. This is the only video, the live stream and the shorter video that covers all of these benefits. You can't go nowhere else and get this information in one complete video. Only here at the H-Town Vet. Now, did you hear what I said? If y'all know somewhere else you can get all of the percentage, all of the benefits for each disability percentage, let me know now or forever hold your peace. Because I went to the VA and they had it all confusing. You'll know everything you get, just about everything you get for 0%, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%, 100% temporary, and 100% permanent total, because you get 2 extra things for 100% permanent total. You get Champ VA, and you get the Chapter 35 educational benefits, but you don't get them for temporary 100%. Huh? He say EMI will miss CMP exam due to your podcast. You better not miss it because I do my podcast tonight. What kind of CMP exam you going to in the middle of the night? Please, EMI, tell me. I'm asking for a friend. Huh? Don't miss it because of me. You can watch it on the playback. I've heard of cases of CMP examiners making racial slurs to certain veterans. Here's the thing. I want y'all to listen to this very clearly. If that happens, document it right then. All right? You document it. If you can record some of that stuff, do it. They caught several VA doctors making disparaging statements against veterans in general. And some of them CMP doctors, they caught them doing that thing. I think those ones work at the VA though. So you document it and then you write a letter of what happened. Okay, I was at a funeral 2 years ago and I spoke and said I didn't write. I spoke and I said I don't write that. I was loved by all my family and friends in the obituary. That's not true. That's amazing. Now, I hear you. I don't believe in lying when it comes to somebody's death. But make sure y'all watch this video and watch the live stream. We broke it down. We went through all the benefits, didn't we, y'all? Then also watch our video, the difference between, this is a live stream, between knowing the difference between a permanent and a temporary status. Now, I have 4 CMP exams this month. One was an ACE exam, records review. Okay, now hold on, sister. You keep it up, keep up the good work, keep us informed, and you keep your mind ready. That's a lot. They all coming at you at one time. Do you prefer them this way, Alaska Nights, or would you prefer that they would have been spread out over like a month period, like one a week or something? Or do you like doing them all back to back? Let us know in the chat. Okay, M21-1, how do you tell a CMP examiner you would like to record the interaction audio? I don't know. You got to find out what the state is, but if you feel comfortable, ask them, is it okay that if I record? Because I forget things. I want to make sure, and you can at least have a notebook in there and write stuff down. I don't know if they're going to get a little antsy when you say that. It depends on the person. So, it's kind of a risk. And she say, Alaska Night said, yes, just getting them over with. Good. 2 left for knee and 2 for sleep apnea. Wow. How many you had total? Has it been more than 4? About 8, 6? How many have it been? Okay, now Jamaica Me Crazy say, if you are in active therapy, treatment, on meds, can they schedule you for a CMP exam if you're already 100%? Remember, it depends on type of 100% you are. If it's a temporary, like what's on the screen right now, are you a temporary 100% or are you a 100% permanent total? Those have different rules. Okay? Usually if you're 100% permanent total, unless you open up a new claim, unless the VA is not following their rules, unless you get incarcerated, you're all right. Now, if you have a temporary rating, we're going to go back over that. So, because y'all wasn't here, a lot of you, we're going to go back over that part, okay? Now, over 10 ACE exams and at least 16 CMP exams in less than 3 years. Wow. That's a lot, my sister. Now, I'm glad y'all came because it was impromptu, so y'all didn't get to see some of the beginning. Let's finish this up, then I'm gonna go over some of the beginning. Now we in the after party. Now, I'm gonna come back on the screen. We hope that you do good in that, my sister. My man got all my love. All right, now I'm gonna pull it back toward the beginning, and y'all know who I was messing with earlier, right? Let's go. Now let's see what our brothers say here. Have you discussed ACE before? No, we have not, but because our sister Alaska Nights brought it up, I plan on doing the ACE exam coming up, and the board, Veteran Board of Appeals, And we've already done higher level review if you want to see that. But we haven't done ACE exam. We haven't done Veteran Board of Appeals and supplemental claims. We're going to do those, okay? In the future, we're working on it, okay? Now, since for those of you that weren't here, like Boomer or different people, this was the whole thing that we covered tonight. We covered temporary ratings. We covered the 5-year rule, 10-year rule, permanent and total, right? Ratings. And the 20-year rule was the last one that y'all saw. So these are levels of protection. Look at the scale at the bottom. When you had temporary rating, that's 0 protection. The 5-year rule, you got some protection, right? Why? Because after 5 years, you're locked in. They got to do certain things before they can reevaluate you. 10-year rule, you never can lose service connection, but you can be brought down to 0%. 100% permanent total, usually they don't mess with you unless they reopen the claim. 20-year rule, they can't mess with you at all unless they can prove fraud. Okay, or you might go to jail. It might affect it also. Now, so this is what we covered tonight. This is just a little recap. Now, are they watching you? Are you protecting your benefits? This is your security system. Huh? Are you watching for anybody trying to mess with them benefits? Now, we talked about it tonight. Then this was say thanks for the great information. All rise, enjoy the week. Yes, indeed. Now, what about people out the windows thinking the VA watching you? People trying to look at you to see what you're doing. Huh? Now, can dog-faced soldier go to the mailbox? Huh? Is it safe? What's going to happen? Where is dog-faced soldier tonight? Is he hiding behind that window? He hiding behind that wall? He don't want to go check that mail. Dogface, we just messing with you. And as we said, here's our schedule coming up. So watch that. Here's the way you can contact us and donate. All right? H-Town Vet Northside is our handle. Because there's other H-Towns like the veterinarians and things like that. Now let's see what Jamaica Me Crazy said. H-Town is getting a security system, a security system good for CMP exam or report to doctor. Isn't that good for something? Maybe. Now, when you go to a CMP exam at the VA, don't be going there like you can't walk. Then you get in the parking lot, because those CMP examiners, the VA doctors, can go down to the police and look at the cameras and see what you're doing outside. I think a doctor did that with me one time, but I wasn't doing it for physical ailments. And if you want to contact us, htownvetnorthside@gmail.com. You can leave messages. I'll communicate with you that way. Had a problem with my email a few minutes ago. I don't know what happened to it. Or you can, if you like to donate, we really appreciate it because people have donated. If you give $1, it's good. H-Town Vet Northside. $ H-Town Vet Northside. That's through Cash App. And we appreciate anything people can offer there. Let us continue. Your opinion matters. Alaskan Ice said disabilities so they can buy or change a home to meet their needs or live more independently. Yeah, they will modify your home and your vehicle. What do you need to qualify for that? Did you tell us earlier? What is it? It's called adaptive housing, right? So if you need if you're in a wheelchair and you need a ramp, or your house has to be modified in order for you to live in it, that's adaptive housing. And you can also do it for adapting a vehicle too. But make sure you spend it for the right thing, because one brother just got caught up. He bought a luxury car instead of getting his car adapted like he was supposed to. Now, here's the thing. He qualified for the benefit, but because he used the money for the wrong thing, he got in trouble. Oh, Lord, I had put the mic on. Now, I had the mic. I don't know how long I had the mic off. Here we don't play gotcha, okay? And your opinion matters. Now, let's see what Alaskan Ice, our sister, is saying. Grants eligible for permanent home. Can I get a special adaptive housing grant? Now, listen to what the qualifications are. You may be able to get a SAR grant if you're using the grant money to buy, build, or change your permanent home. Can't do it in a rental property. A home you plan to live in for a long time, and you meet both of these requirements. Both of these must be true. You own or will own the home, and you have a qualifying service-connected disability. I got a cough. Hold on. Let me drink a little water, yeah. We're in the after party, okay? So now qualifying service-connected disabilities. This is for the adaptive housing grant. Now pay attention. Qualifying service-connected disabilities include loss or loss of use of more than one limb, the loss of use of lower legs, along with the residual lasting effects of an organic, let me see what she said here, natural disease or injury blindness in both eyes with 20-200 visual acuity or less, certain severe burns, the loss or loss of use of lower extremities, foot, leg after September 11, 2001, which makes it so you can't balance or walk without the help of braces, crutches, canes, or a wheelchair. And if they catch you doing all kind of cartwheels, you watch out. Now, I'm gonna go back up here and catch the other statements from other people up here. Jamaica McCray say, how do I get VA to send me a microphone? I don't know. I would love them to give me one. I would love that because I had to pay for this right here. It wasn't cheap. He said, I'm modified. Tell us a little bit about it. We have our brother Lawson in the house. Tell us, was it hard to qualify? Do they give you the money or do you pay for it? How did you get it all done? Was it hard process or easy? Too much puff puff. Not enough past the roach. They don't know what that is, Jamaica. Thanks for all the time and information. I'll be going to Miami this week. Might catch your next cast or I'll rewatch. Oh, wonderful. And we glad to have our brother Ronald Lawson in the house. I modified my Lamborghini. Don't tell nobody. Hold on. Don't be dry snitching on yourself, partner. He's joking, VA. He's joking. A brother just got caught up with that luxury vehicle. Now let us see this. You better start. Don't be joking like that, brother. Now, like we talked about the temporary ratings. We talked about temporary ratings and 5-year, 10-year, 20-year rule like we talked about. And go back and watch the live stream if you want to see them all. Temporary ratings, there's no protection. Just know that. Like that old beat up car. Come on, Ronald. I know you had one of them cars. Ronald, tell me if you had one of them vehicles like this here that you had to go and patch it up. Come on, tell me you had that vehicle, Mr. Lawson, where you had to put them zip ties to keep that bumper together. I'm gonna confess. When did you have to put that duct tape on the bumper? What about that hefty bag on the window like tent? Huh? Come on, confess. I really enjoyed y'all tonight. Now, just the after party, we went over things, but we just playing a little catch up. Remember, temporary ratings is just a temporary fix until your condition gets better. And it's just for a limited time. All right? It's for a limited time. Now, why is it limited? Because the condition fluctuates. They say they do what they call a prognosis. I had to do it. Okay, you had to do it. I'm glad you took care of your business, brother. He said I had to do it. I don't know what you using the e-brake cause brakes don't work because brakes are expensive to fix. Yes, they are. Now, and when you're dealing with the reason you have a temporary rating because the severity level might change. The two type of temporary 100% ratings are temporary 100% and IU, individual unemployability. I'm just kind of going over this part. Temporary 100%, your condition likely to improve after corrective surgery or rehab period. Reduction, you're going to eventually get reduced once you have the surgery or rehab, but you're paid for the side effects and residuals. All right. Let's say you go to the VA hospital. I'm just kind of go over this section. And you're hospitalized for 21 days. You can get 100% for that. And let's say you are, so that's a temporary 100%. But once you get out the hospital, you lose that 100%. Okay? If you're hospital, I'm talking about for physical ailments. All right? Same for prostate cancer. If you get prostate cancer, if you're especially a Vietnam veteran on a war that prostate cancer is a presumptive illness of, you're going to get 100% until you had a prostate surgery. Once the cancer is removed from the prostate is removed, they're going to lower your percentage, but pay you for the residuals. Also for surgery and rehab for knee replacement, they're gonna give you that for 1 year after the surgery. You're gonna get 100% for 1 year. Let's talk about mental health disorders. Temporary 100% for those. You in the military? Somebody was saying they were in the military, and you get a mental health condition diagnosed. They call them stabilized rate, pre-stabilizing ratings, and they're going to give you 100% for a year after you get out of the military. But get with a VA claims person too, so you'll be straight for that year and try to get it permanent after that. If you go into the VA and you're a veteran, if you hospitalized at the VA for 6 or more months for a mental health condition, you're automatically 100% for about a year. All right? And that's where we're going to stop at right there. Now, any last statements? You go over the video and you watch the thing. He said, I'm applying for modifying my stairs with a lift. Okay. Now, do your stairs go straight up or do they kind of bend? Are they straight going up or what? What? And let me ask you this here, Ronald. Can you ask for an elevator? What about an elevator? They can't do elevators in houses or what? Are that's being too bougie? I don't know. Let us know in the chat. I really enjoyed y'all tonight. We're going to get ready to close it out. We've had a powerful live stream. And any last statements? I want to say night to the family. All right. Thank you for showing up. Give a letter. Peace, family. Peace. Anybody else want to get a last shout out? We've been over here for over 2.5 hours. And we know it's a holiday. We want you to get back to your family. Anybody else? We're going to get ready to close out. Ronald say elevators. They said no to. Oh, that didn't hurt to try, huh? All right. Shout out. Any more shout outs before we leave? Evan saying shout out. Any last shout outs? Let's do it. I've enjoyed this. All right. It's making me feel better. My family up, they enjoying themselves in college, and I'm sitting over here by my lonesome, huh? I toss and turn all night. I ain't got nobody to talk to. Oh, Major Boomer, next time you come, when you at a full live stream, you're gonna have to come up on the camera. If I want you to, you ain't got to. I hope you're able to come up on the camera, man. Because we got to get everybody else comfortable doing it too. But they think the VA after they benefits. Oh, they got me a target on my back. Let me pull this up, the whole picture of me. I've enjoyed y'all tonight. Enjoyed y'all. He said, I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay. Next time we come through. That's going to be on Thursday if you're able to make it, or whenever you do show up. Now I need to I want to end on this it's weird when I end it with myself, you know. It's weird when I end it with my face that I'm standing like frozen. All right. Well, this concludes. Everybody keep coming back, but go back and watch it on the replay. This concludes. Major say thumbs up. Any last shout outs? This concludes this live stream of the H-Town Vet, and we thank you. And good night.